So apparently, young men are lying about who they voted for when they're going on dates with women, when they're on dating apps, etc.
I believe more young men are lying in dating about who they voted for. And I believe this because this happened to me. Quick preference that if you are someone who doesn't care about politics and that you would date someone on either side, that's great. That's your journey. I'm someone who's dating with intention, and I want to date someone whose values and morals align with my own. And I would rather be single than end up with someone whose values don't align with my own. Anyway,
This is just fucking annoying, honestly, because politics shouldn't be something you're dating. I don't know. I feel like a lot of men would date a liberal woman or a Republican woman. And it's just weird that women are so firmly standing in the ground on, oh, I will never date somebody who has the opposite political view as me. It's just fucking odd. Uh, there's more to life than fucking politics. Some people will agree with me on that. Some people will disagree, but it's just the fucking truth. I mean, if all you're talking about is politics with your fucking significant other, then your relationship is miserable. Focus on the good things. Like watch a fucking sunset together or some shit. You don't got to be talking about the socio-economic state of the world.
so I was dating this guy. First day, I make it clear that I'm liberal. Couldn't really get a sense of where he was landing, which honestly should have been a yellow flag. But anyways, second day, I decided to be more intentional about it and just directly ask him, like, "Are you politically involved?" And he said, "Not as much as I like want to be, but I am more moderate. But I voted for Kamala." And I said, "Great." And then from that, I figured we would like get to know each other's politics throughout like the
He did not vote for Kamala. And the reason people do this, like, I'm guilty of this as well. I've done this for sure. Because why eliminate yourself from the dating pool before it even starts? You know, you work your ass off to finally get the date with the girl. Why would you shoot yourself in the foot by choosing either side of the political spectrum? Just gambling, taking that chance that she might be on the opposite side. Then you're just fucking yourself before you even start. It's the smart thing to say you're moderate and read the room and then say that you voted for whoever you think she voted for, because it's not that deep. These guys aren't trying to marry these girls. They're going on dates. He's trying to smash, okay? So he's going to mold his opinion to whatever her opinion is. It's just how it works.
course of a natural dating. Like I don't need to go through every single like belief of mine and make sure that we're aligned on the second date. Anyways, over the next like 2 months, we are dating, and we did have more political conversations. And while he didn't seem like as politically informed as me, like that's okay. It definitely did seem he leaned more left during these conversations.
That's fucking nauseating. He didn't seem as politically informed as me. Oh, God. She thinks she knows everything. This guy dodged a bullet. He really did.
Anyways, after 2 months, he asked me to be exclusive on a Wednesday, and I say yes. This is going really well. He's been a really nice guy. Like I'm not in love with him yet, but he's a nice guy. Okay, and then Thursday rolls around, whatever, nothing happens. Friday morning, I just send him good morning, and then he says good morning and sends me this long message, and it has him saying, "I've not been honest with you about who I align with politically." Which, first of all, you're not even an adult enough to have this conversation face.
That was his mistake. He should have just kept the act going until he got what he wanted. And then eventually, because honestly, I think there is a way where for this scenario, she's a liberal and he's a Republican. Okay, there is a scenario where if he plays his cards right, I truly believe that he could kind of fence it for a while and then eventually admit, hey, I voted for Trump. But it's not a big deal because you see that I'm a good person. We've been dating for 6 months or whatever, and I've only treated you well. I've only shown you that I'm a normal person with normal opinions. It's just, hey, I voted for the guy who aligns with my political interests. It's that simple. And I think she would accept that unless she's fucking insane. Because if it was the other way around and he was super picky on her political affiliation and then she proved to him that she's an amazing girlfriend for 6 months, I really don't think he would give a fuck unless he was mentally ill.
To face. And we had multiple conversations about politics, like I said. So it wasn't just like a one time and done and I've ignored it. Like you were not just lying to me once, like you were consistently lying to me, which is just so crazy. And basically in this message, he does apologize for it eventually, but he's also saying like, I just really liked you and I just like really wanted you like to get to know me more, and basically saying like, now that we're exclusive and now that we've been like seeing each other for 2 months, that I know his heart better and that I should be able to like maybe look past this. He did say like,
Damn. So he did the strategy. He did the fucking strategy. I'm proud of this guy. He knows what he's doing.
I understand if you can't though. And I obviously, first of all, I was like, so what did you lie about? And he's like, I voted for Trump. And I said, cool. And I said, I'm not interested in pursuing this any further. Like, and he also said, like, you made.
She's insane. He was a good person to her for X amount of time, and she dumped him because of who he voted for. This is so elementary school. This is fucking nauseating.
Made so clear from the beginning that you wanted someone whose values align with your own, and I'm sorry for lying. And I was like, cool. And I said, I'm not interested in pursuing this any further. Like, not only do your values not match with mine, but also even more so, you lied about this. So clearly our values just don't align at all. And it was really annoying because it wasted 2 months of both of our lives. It wasted dates that we went on. It wasted money, mostly his money, but
mostly his money. This fucking girl. Holy shit. 2 months of dating this guy. Everything's down the drain because of who he voted for. And she liked him as well. It's mental illness. I really do. I think it is. I really strongly believe that. But she brings up a good point that he lied. But I don't. It's tough because do you want to automatically eliminate yourself from the chance of getting more dates with this girl just because of some decision you made that it doesn't really affect her? You know, it's not like he's lying about having HIV or lying about having AIDS, where if he dates her, he's going to give her fucking AIDS. He lied about who he voted, like a fucking button that he pushed in a booth that ultimately had no effect because of the fact that it's one vote in a sea of fucking votes. And clearly he doesn't care that much about politics if he's willing to lie and be like, hey, I voted for Kamala. Because there's some Trump supporters that would never fucking do that because it's in their blood. They would never even fake to be a Kamala supporter. So this guy's just, he clearly doesn't give a fuck. And he's just trying to, live his best life effectively and get another date with the girl.
Like my money too. And it was just a really frustrating experience because like I had been so clear and steadfast, and also the fact that he thought that I was gonna like give up my values because I liked him so much after 2 months of dating. No, my values are rooted stronger than that. Like, hello, I again would rather be alone for the rest of my life than date someone whose values and morals don't align with my own, because what's the point of dating and marrying someone who you don't even share values with? But anyways, it was a really frustrating experience, but I don't think I'm the only woman who's experienced this. I think that a lot more young women are coming into the fact that, and maybe young men, I can't speak for their experience, that people are lying about this because they know that it might be important to someone else, which is just crazy because, again, we could have both saved ourselves like a lot of time. I wouldn't have thrown my drink in his face.
Young men don't experience this. I really don't think so, because it's very different. They see a girl at McDonald's, she's pretty, they want to date her. It's as simple as that. I feel like it's much more complicated the other way around. You got to politically align with women. You got to be fucking 6 feet tall. You got to make X amount of money. There's too many factors that they care about. Guys is just like, hey, are you pretty? Bam. End of story. This guy dodged a bullet, though. I mean, what he should have done is he should have waited longer. I think 2 months is not long enough to really make this work. I think if he waited, if he really liked the girl, if he waited like a year, 2 years, and then he was like, by the way, might have voted for Trump. I don't think she could be that mad. If he treated her well for that long, she's too invested at that point. But also, he's too invested. So if this same outcome happened 2 years later, he would have been fucked. So I think the moral of the story is this works sometimes, but if they're really crazy, then it doesn't work. And then you both saved yourself some time. So I don't think this guy made a bad decision by doing that, because automatically eliminating yourself from the dating pool because of who you voted for when you really don't care, it's two sides of the same fucking coin. You lose if you vote for Trump. You lose if you vote for Kamala. You're fucked if you do. You're fucked if you don't. It's a good strategy. So good on this guy.
If he was like, yeah, I voted for Trump, I'd be like, cool. And then I would have like ended the date politely, and then we would have gone on our own separate ways. But he had to waste 2 months of my life, and it was really annoying. But anyway.
And she's wondering, she's going to be a cat lady. Because right now, I think she's young enough where she can afford to eliminate people based off of who they voted for. You give this girl 10 years, it's not going to be the same thing. Because she's going to realize that she's eliminating a majority of people by doing this. And the minority of people who actually voted for Kamala, who are men, they're probably not going to be the type of man that she wants to date. Let's just be realistic here. So she's kind of, either way, she's not going to get what she wants, and she's eventually going to have to settle for somebody who doesn't align with her completely. And it's annoying because that person who voted for Trump in this scenario could be a very good person morally, but maybe they're a single issue voter and they voted for him for, I don't know, the fucking First Amendment, the Second Amendment. They feel the need to vote for him so they can have a better life for themselves, just like she votes for Kamala so she could have a better life for herself. That's how voting works. People vote for their own best interest. But anyways, just know that everybody's fucking lying about who they voted for, depending on... It's pretty simple, though. Most guys are going to read the room. They're going to see what the girl aligns with. They're going to let her speak first. They're going to take that data in, and they're going to adjust their answer accordingly, because they're not going to automatically eliminate themselves from the dating pool.